I'm watching football in my car with YouTube TV's Sunday Ticket. Let's go Dolphins. Hello, it's Electric Brian here. I just finished charging up at the Connecticut DOT building. They have some great chargers here. And they're free, about 30 of them. But yesterday marked the 1 year milestone of me owning my car. Exactly 1 year ago I had picked it up from the Mount Kisco Tesla location, and it's been a great year. I've already saved over $1,300 on gas because I drove 14,499 miles in the first year of ownership. Of course, there are some things I don't really like about the car, but so much I love so much about it. I haven't had any issues in the first year. I guess the only thing that did happen is right here on the hood. Somehow somebody must have, I don't know, I didn't have Century Mode running, I should have, but put two giant scratches in the car. And I tried to fix it myself for like less than $20 of material. The paint was really the most expensive. And it didn't come out as good as the video I tried to emulate. But other than that, the car is in great shape. It's a 2023 LFP rear-wheel drive model. So over the lifetime of the car, so I did do a couple of miles more today, just exactly 2 more miles. Lifetime in the car, I've been getting 226 watt hours per mile. That's well over 4 miles per kilowatt hour. It's been a very efficient car, and it's saving a lot of money on gas. It really helps having the free charging at the DOT, and I've had a couple of referrals to get me some more charging. I do need to air up my tires. 42 is what the PSI is supposed to be. So a couple of things I have done to the car. Well, I got floor mats from Tasmania, which I do really like those for the front. They're working really well. I had to give those a vacuum. But they wash off nice and easily. They're durable. They protect very well against the sides. The only issue was that the back, the seats wouldn't go all the way back. So I did leave a carpet floor mat that I had. I also got a organizer, center console organizer. I keep my J1772 charger in here, and my phone charger too. It's great to have this second layer. A bus just drove by. It's great to have this second layer to store stuff. I have a microfiber cloth down there, and then in here another second layer. Nice sliding storage. Some stuff I don't need a whole lot down here. I have the lock for the J1772 charger and my charge point card. Some extra tissues. So that's great to have. Everything nice and convenient. Seems like it should be perhaps defaultly that way when you get the car. That should come with that. But pretty cheap accessories. And I did also get a sunshade for the roof. But I don't use the back sunshade because it covered too much. It's hard to see out the back, and it was really loose since it had nothing to hold into along the back. I guess one other piece of damage, if you will, is I do have a little chip out of the window here from when a rock hit me. There might be another one right down here too. So yeah, I haven't put really much at all of money into the car, and it's saved me so much money. I couldn't be happier with that. I did decide to bring the car in for service under warranty shortly after I brought it home. There are the trim pieces here that aren't really stuck in the way they should be. And they couldn't do anything about that. I thought maybe they'd put some glue behind it and hold it in place, but it doesn't really bother me. I never sit in the back seat. Another thing is the seat rattles, I guess, mainly when it's cold out. The passenger seat rattles a lot. It's really not happening right now. And they couldn't do anything about that either. They couldn't reproduce it when they tried it, but definitely when I start up a drive when it's cold, I hear a lot of rattling from the seat. And that does take me to what I like least about the car is how you feel every bump when you're driving. I do wish the suspension was a bit better, and I guess the new version, Highland version, does have a better suspension. And the only other thing I don't like is the leather seats get so hot and your back sweats. And of course the new version does also have ventilated seats. But I paid under $30,000 for this car. It was about $27,800, somewhere around there. If I waited to get the Highland, it would have been at least $10,000 more. So I'm happy to live with a couple things that aren't so great about it and save $10,000. And some of the touchscreen features are a little annoying, mainly climate control. Having to touch so many buttons to change the settings. I do try to keep it on auto, and that does work most of the time, but a lot of the times I just want to drive with the windows down and maybe with just a fan on. And I guess the biggest gripe about the climate control is that it's so sensitive to the temperature that you set. If it's 90 degrees out and you have the climate set to 70 and you start to get a little chilly, so you bump it up to 71, it'll turn on the heat sometimes. That's not how it should work at all. And if I'm only using air conditioning, it should only use air conditioning. It should never turn on the heat. And when I only want to use heat, it should never use the air conditioning. That should be an easy software fix. As it's 90 degrees out, the car should know that. When I increase the temperature a little bit, all it has to do is turn the fan down some, and it'll just get warmer on its own. This could be a problem with all cars with climate control nowadays, but it seems like it's something that could be remedied. So those are the only things I don't like, but they're all so livable with. It is easy enough to change the climate. And I've gotten used to the heat turning on. I know I have to do it gradually, increase the temperature or decrease the temperature. And other than that, the acceleration, the performance, overall, the handling, just the ride quality is great when the road's not bumpy at all. You just can't go over any bumps. And then you're fine. The visualizations, how it draws the lines in and everything that it sees is amazing. The technology in the Tesla is just far beyond anything. The charging infrastructure is amazing. So I am at 100% battery, and it is saying 262 miles of range. after just 1 year. It did say it was 271 when I got it, but I guess the EPA did change how it should be measured, so it did go down a little bit from that, and maybe there's a tiny bit of degradation. But I do have full self-driving. I had it for a month when I first got it for free, and then I did get a free trial when 12.3.6 came out, and I've had some issues with that, to say the least. So everyone is getting these new features, and it's so much better than it used to be, everyone was saying. So I decided to use some of my referral credits to get the new version. But of course, I'm still stuck on 12.3.6. I really want to get that update because I have a 1,000 mile road trip coming up, and it would be great to have the more reliable full self-driving. Right now I'm just demonstrating the auto park and a completely empty parking lot. It's it does a good job. Yesterday when I was using it, it was awfully jerky, but it works well. A little slower than I would park, but it's kind of gimmicky. It helps in a tight spot if you aren't comfortable doing it yourself, but the only reason I really use it is to show it to people. Some of the best features, the absolute best feature, is the heated seats and heated steering wheel that automatically come on with the climate control. I never have to adjust that manually. In the winter when it's set to auto and the heated steering wheel is on in the morning, a nice cold morning, steering wheel, it feels real nice. The only issue is these wheels aren't heated, and so as you're changing radio stations, changing volume, that's cold. And then there are spots along the back that aren't heated. Maybe the seam down here and this around here isn't heated, so that does get cold. You have to hold it in the right spots and don't touch those. Also, these wheels get very hot in the summer, as does the screen. So I did also get a shade for the windshield. That has helped a bit. Also, I love all the different infotainment. I've had the NFL Sunday Ticket playing today while I was charging up. That was great to watch the Red Zone channel. And of course, there's so many different music options: Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, streaming, which is free. I'm on my second full year of premium connectivity, so that's been very helpful. Other than that, when I don't have that, I'll just use Bluetooth to stream music from my phone. Really, Sirius is what I have a lifetime subscription to Sirius. I got for really cheap like 15 years ago. So I use that the most, but that's missing from here. Apparently there is an update coming soon that will have that. You can see me very well in this. So to wrap it up, I'm very happy with my Tesla purchase. The Model 3 has been great for my wife and myself. She primarily drives it to work and back all the time, and I drive it on the weekends or on long trips. And we have taken a few long trips up to Montreal and Quebec City from southern New England and down to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. And I do have road trip videos of both of those that you could check out. I'll link to them here. And I would definitely buy a Tesla again in the future if I get another very good deal like I did on this one. And the prices definitely are getting cheaper. Especially, you could save $1,000 if you use a referral code, and mine will be in the description below. So please like and subscribe. I'll be having several more road trip videos coming up Not so many in the winter, but over the summer I'll definitely be taking more. And I will be going down to Virginia next week, so I'll definitely be making a video of that. And I'll be going with my mom. She's never had full self-driving before. I intend to use it a whole lot for the drive, and if I do end up getting actually Smart Summon, that would be great to show my mom and see how she likes it. So that's all for now. I'll catch you next time. Bye.